Been a minute, hasn't it? Haven't done a Redeye Raw live in quite some time. Have I done a regular Redeye Raw? I think I've done a regular Redeye Raw, yeah. Just not a Redeye Raw live in a little bit. But thought I'd do one tonight. What's up, Andy? How you doing? But thought I'd start out tonight talking about well, let's talk about underrated games. Let's do that. Fuck it. As you guys have known, I've been very into Duke Nukem Forever recently on the channel. It's a game I've played before. I've beaten it before on the easiest difficulty. I'm currently playing through on the normal difficulty. I've also beat the DLC on the easiest difficulty, being Piece of Cake. I'm currently playing through Let's Rock on the main game, and then I'll do the same with the DLC. Maybe I'll go back and do Come Get Some or Damn I'm Good in the future, but we'll see. I think Duke Nukem Forever is one of the most underrated games ever made. I think that Doom 3 is also a really underrated game. It's kind of divisive amongst the Doom fan base because it was like a horror take on Doom, and so Doom Guy's not really badass in it. It's just you play as a normal Marine who has to deal with like these horrific demons. So I think those are both really underrated. I plan on maybe doing a video in the future of my top 10 underrated games. I just have to think of some more. There's plenty of them out there. But that's mainly it. Not really the broadest of topics, or not really the most detailed of topics, rather. Just kind of painting that with a broad lens. I'm currently watching Malcolm in the Middle again. So I've done that so many times. I did finish the Better Call Saul series finale. I will be doing a raw review of Better Call Saul here in the near future, maybe even tonight. We'll see how long this goes. I'm also reading some comics by Steve Ditko. I'm currently reading Avenging World. I'm reading the 2002 edition. I've also got the newer edition, which I'm not sure exactly when it came out. I'm going to try to figure that out before I do the review of both. There is differences between the two, so that'll be interesting. Speaking of Doom, I do have one of the Doom novels. Where do I have that, though? Is it in here? I gotta find where I put that, because I want to read that at some point, too. I gotta get back to reading the stuff I started reading forever ago, right? But I do plan on, looks like I'm going to be finishing the Dragon Ball Z Pokemon ROM hack next. That's going to be the next one I tackle, since we have, in fact, finished Kurosu. There's Kurosu, if you guys ever wanted to see the cartridge. I can't remember if I've showed it before, but that's what the cartridge looks like. How you doing, Zeta Magnus? I've also got Emerald here, which we will be playing in the future as well. Again, I do like to play from an actual cartridge, even though I'm using the Retron. It's just my style. It's how I do things. I do want to maybe do a collection of my Pokemon games in the future as well, just to kind of show them off. I've got this, too. This is not Pokemon. This is Shin-Chan. But I do want to stream this at some point. I don't know how long I will, or how playable it'll be without being able to read Japanese, but we'll see. Oh, that fell. Hang on, the pop socket's being a bitch. There we go. I've got another Kowloon Kurosawa book. I don't think this is the one I showed before. So there we go. That's the creator of Hong Kong 97. I have two of his books now. I also have the third volume of Berserk, the manga. That Shin-Chan one looks like a real gem. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I haven't actually played it yet, so we'll see how it goes. I got volume 3 of the Berserk manga, the big one, right? I don't have volume 2. So what happened was my birthday was in the summer. I never say exactly when, but it is vaguely in the summer. And I already had Berserk volume 1. So one of my friends said, hey, I'm going to get you Berserk Volume 2. And then another one said, hey, I'm going to get you Berserk Volume 3 then. The one who got me 3 came through. The one who was supposed to get me Volume 2 has not. So there we go. Do you have any bacon? Not that I'm aware of at the moment. I don't think there's any bacon in the fridge upstairs. What an interesting question. No, I don't currently have any bacon. I do, however, have an English ROM hack of Mother 3 that I want to play at some point, so there's that. So that'll be fun. I'm just joshing you, bro? Okay. I mean, it's an interesting joke regardless. It's just like, hey, you got any bacon? What kind of degenerate doesn't have any fucking bacon? I do, however, have some Dr. Pepper, as is tradition. But yeah, see, what's another thing to talk about? I'm thinking of doing a video where I show off my Xbox 360 achievements. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that, but there you go. The lowest of the low do not own bacon. There you go. I mean, I've had bacon. Does that count? I've had my share of bacon. In fact, did I have any bacon today? No, I didn't have any bacon today. I had bacon yesterday, though. I think it was on a burger. I also had bacon in a salad the day before that, so... Oh, and I had a bacon milkshake from Five Guys a week or so ago. You guys ever had a bacon milkshake? They are very tasty. Because it's, a mix of the savory and the sweet. You get salted caramel and bacon. It's really good. Bacon rules, man. Like, seriously. I mean, I like bacon. That's probably going to be what this stream's title ends up being after it's live, is I like bacon. I've also been reading some comics lately. Yeah, I've been reading a few. I've got another Steve Ditko one that's been sitting on. The Action Heroes Volume 2. This has The Question, Blue Beetle, and Captain Atom, which are all the Ditko versions. So there you go. Ditko created Captain Atom and the Question, and he created this version of Blue Beetle. No, I have not. I don't think I will ever. Well, sounds wrong. No, it's really good. You get like salted caramel and bacon, and it's actually really good. Burger King used to do a bacon milkshake back in the day, but you had to like special order it because it was like on a secret menu. I don't know if Burger King had a secret menu per se, because I know McDonald's didn't, because I worked there for years, even though my school newspaper lied and said that it did. I finally got some more work done on my cardboard unicorn from Transformers, or Unicron, sorry, and was planning to do a video showing off my Star Wars DVDs, but I'm holding off on that as soon as I get the sequel trilogy. Well, I think you're wasting your money on the sequel trilogy personally, but there you go. Disney Star Wars is all bad. Even The Mandalorian, which I praised the shit out of when it came out, is not great. I remember I was really nice on The Mandalorian. In fact, that's why I have that review unlisted. Like, it's still in the playlist, and you can see it that way. But, like, I disagree with so much of what I... Because, like, the thing is I like Mandalorian, so I had, like, a hard-on for it because of that. But, like, the show itself has a lot of problems and plot holes. And, like, a lot of things in it aren't great. You personally enjoyed The Force Awakens? I mean, that's fair. I personally enjoyed. That's not a real metric, so, I mean, that's fair. And I did when I first saw it in theaters, but I kind of grew away from it. You know what I mean? I don't like it. What's my favorite anime? There's a few factors to that question. I would say my favorite anime franchise is Devilman. However, Devilman Crybaby sucks dick, and I don't care for it. Like, there are things I like in Crybaby, and don't get me wrong, I've watched Crybaby a couple of times, and there's some good things in it. But overall, the OVAs are the way to go. I love the Devilman OVAs. But if we're excluding that, because I'm just saying as a whole franchise, if we're excluding that, I would say Elfen Lied. I really like Elfen Lied. If we're talking, like, types of anime, I tend to prefer, like, 90s OVAs, like the Devilman OVAs, the Violence Jack OVAs, 80s and 90s OVAs. Those are my favorites. Because they're so violent, they're short, sweet, and to the point. They don't waste your time with a bunch of filler, and they're not cutesy and fucking annoying, and they're not battle shonen, and they don't focus on having, like, waifus and, like, dumb bullshit like that. Satan's design in Crybaby is my favorite design. I hate the way Rio looks. I guess they did him a little better as Satan. But, like, his actual, like, human form as Rio looked retarded with the little bowl cut he had. He looks so stupid. Haven't seen any of Devilman yet. Elfen Lied is truly legendary. Yeah. I would recommend the Devilman OVAs. Those are fantastic. I love those. The first two, specifically. The third one's good. It's just, you're going to be very confused if you just watch the first two and then watch the third one, because the third one's based off an alternate ending that's from a spin-off manga. It jumps way forward into the story, and it was made 10 years after the first two episodes, so it has a completely different art style. Also, it's really hard to get here on DVD. Like, I have a Japanese import of it on DVD, but, like, there's no subtitles or anything, obviously. I do have the Devilman Volume 2 manga, classic collection sitting right here next to me, actually. But Dragon Ball Z is your favorite until this very day. I like Dragon Ball Z, but I prefer Dragon Ball Original, and I even prefer GT. I know that's a hot take, but I just like the adventure aspects more than the constant fighting in Dragon Ball. And I feel like Z kind of drags that out. Like, Z has all the best moments. Like, all of the iconic moments are from Z. And the best overall saga, I think, is the Androids and Cell saga. So, like, I still think Z has the highest highs, but overall, I just prefer the total tone of original and GT. And yeah, GT, I know it's crazy, but I just feel like it's closer to Dragon Ball and there's more adventure to it. You gonna see the new Dragon Ball superhero movie? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna see it officially anytime soon. If I can come across a used copy or find it by other means, sure, because as you guys know, I don't give my money to Funimation. I never do. I'll buy stuff used. I'll watch the stuff I have. If I'm given something as a gift, I'll keep it. But I do not give Funimation my money. But I do have I do have my my cock right here, the broken one. The good one's on the blue cartridge. I just anytime I can bring out Pokemon cock and make cock jokes, I will. Love that beard, by the way, bro. Thanks. Yeah, it's funny because, you know, just like maybe like 3 years ago, I hated facial hair, and I would always clean shave. Now I can't imagine myself without it. I gotta have the beard. It's really weird. But yeah, I got Volume 2 of the Classic Collection manga right here. Volume 1 is upstairs on the bookshelf. I need to go put Volume 2 with it. I like the Classic Collection. I have a couple of gripes. What's the weather like right now? It's a little chilly out. It's night. There's no, like, clouds or anything that I know of, but it's dark out, so I don't know. But it was fairly warm. It's been mostly warm. There's been a couple of, like, you know, spots of rain here and there throughout the month, but for the most part, it's been pretty hot. But yeah, the thing I don't like about the Classic Collection is there's two things. And this isn't just a problem with the Classic Collection. It is a problem with every version of Devilman except for the very first run. One thing they do is that there's like 8 pages that are missing with Rio in the hospital and stuff that have never been in any version except for the very first printing. On top of that, every version since the deluxe edition in Japan has had Shin Devilman just thrown in here as if it's part of the main story. And that confuses people, because they're like, why the hell is there all this time travel stuff? It's like, because that was a spin-off, but for, like, most versions, it's just included for some reason. And they don't even tell you that it's a spin-off, which I think is kind of lame. No wonder you have a beard. It's hot as balls over here. I mean, it is hot. It is hot here, too, so... Isn't Devilman supposed to be really violent or not? The original, not so much. It can be. It is pretty violent. It is violent. I will say that. It is violent. But I do think the sequels are more violent. Like, and if you're talking sexual content, Devilman Lady has the most, hands down. Devilman Lady is straight up hentai some of the time. Because there are these graphic rape scenes where these demons rape chicks, and you see everything. Like, they're not fully detailed, so I guess that's how they got away with it in Japan, because they're supposed to censor that stuff over there, which... you know, I'm against, but I'm like, I don't know how this isn't considered hentai, number one, and how this is considered okay with Japan's no drawing genitals laws, because you see everything. Same thing with Lovely Angel. Like, Go Nagai pushed the fucking limit when it came to that stuff. What is the most perverted anime you've ever seen? Perverted anime. I guess it depends. I've seen a lot of hentai, and I don't make a distinction between hentai and anime, because I think they're, you know... because hentai is a type of anime, right? I've seen, and it depends on how you define perverted. I've seen, I mean, I love Yorotsuki Doji. You know, that's classic tentacle stuff, so. Same thing with Demon Beast Invasion. La Blue Girl. La Blue Girl has a lot of, I guess if we're going on sheer perversion, probably La Blue Girl. If we're going on, like, fucked up, that's tough. It's tough with anime. It is not tough at all with manga. With manga, it is really fucking easy to say what is the most fucked up one I've read. But with anime, Not so much. Anime, there's a lot of different ones and different factors, right? Because I've seen, I've seen Violence Jack, I've seen Yorotsuki Doji, I've seen most of Toshio Maida's stuff in general. So it's hard to say. But, yeah, I've seen a lot. But if you're talking strictly perversion, I guess La Blue Girl. Just because of how sexualized everything is in it. But I would say, yeah. I think Violence Jack was what I was talking about. Well, okay. Well, Violence Jack is over the top violent. There's cannibalism in it in one scene. People like to overstress that. They say there's cannibalism. It's in one fucking scene in episode 2. And they try to say that there's, like, necrophilia, but he, like, kisses a severed head, and I don't really know if I consider that necrophilia. Like, it's gross. But, like, necrophilia, to me, I imagine someone fucking a corpse. Like, that's what I picture when I hear necrophilia. Not that I picture necrophilia a whole hell of a lot, mind you. But people like to exaggerate how fucked up Violence Jack is, because, like, episode 2 has a lot of, like, fucked up shit in it. Episode 1's actually fairly tame. Episode 3's kind of fucked up, too. I mean, they all are fucked up to various degrees. But again, I don't know which one I would say, because I would say La Blue Girl is more perverted if we're talking strictly perverted, because La Blue Girl has all sorts of crazy stuff. A little necro never hurt anybody. I mean, that's a statement you just made. But I don't get how people say Violence Jack has necrophilia. It doesn't make any sense. I enjoyed watching the Violence Jack OVAs. Oh yeah, me too. I love the OVAs. I like the manga way more. I own the entire Violence Jack manga in Japanese. I haven't read I've read the manga itself. Like, I've looked at the pictures, right? And I Google translated some of it. I'm just fooling, bro. I know you're just fooling, man. I know. That's messed up shit. Yeah, it sure is. I mean, look, when something is fictional, I don't care what it is. I don't, like, as long as nobody was hurt to make something fictional, I have no problem with it. Like, if someone wants to draw some really fucked up shit, I'm fine with that. I think it's fine. What age did you start smoking? I've seen those videos from you. Believe it or not, the first time I ever smoked was that very first cigar review I did, where we had the big Cohiba cigars that Danny bought. Ever watch Mr. Pickles? No, it looked gross and stupid to me. Did not look really appealing to me. But the first thing I ever smoked was that Cohiba cigar. You love that show? Yeah, I never really watched it because it looked like it was just gross for the sake of being gross. Now Elfen Lied's scarred you for life? Really? Elfen Lied really isn't that bad. Like, it's, again, it is not this. But, I should probably stop showing that on camera. Just love how screwed up it. You ain't seen fucking nothing, dude. It's been years since I've seen Elfen Lied. I love Elfen Lied. It's great. You're probably scarred by the dog killing scene. Maybe. But again, there's much worse. My Chan is a whole other level. Like, that one genuinely kind of fucked me up when I read it the first time. I just found Elfen Lied was 18 in Germany. Yeah? I have all of Elfen Lied's manga upstairs on the bookshelf, too. Because, they did an omnibus release of it. What the hell is that you keep showing? This? This right here? This is fucked up is what this is. It's really fucked up. It's called My Chan's Daily Life. I did a review of it forever ago. It's one of the most popular videos on my channel. It is really, really fucked up. It's a hentai manga about this this girl who can regenerate. So, like, if no matter what you do to her, she's gonna regenerate and be fine. So she's like a sex slave that they, like, constantly do all this horrible shit, like mutilating her body, and then shit grows up, like, grows back and stuff. But then, like, towards the end, she gets pregnant, and some pretty fucked up shit happens with that. Like, shit I genuinely have never said on YouTube what actually happens, because I don't know if I can mention it on YouTube without getting a strike. It is really fucked up. Worse than Rito of Healer? Fuck yeah, dude! Way worse! Mai-chan's daily life is so graphic. By the way, I love Rito of Healer. Rito of Healer is fantastic. Loved it. But, like, there's a scene where, like, there's this girl that's starving, and, like, she's only allowed to eat, like, Mai's organs, but, like, at first she's refusing to eat them because she doesn't want Mai to hurt herself. That show's pretty messed up. Not compared to some of the shit I've seen. Like, Rito of Healer is pretty tame. Like, half the Toshio Maeda stuff I've watched and read is way worse. I beat Grindstormer on Sega? Okay. I know Zerokin reviews didn't like Rito of Healer as much. Yeah, but that's because he's a pussy. Rito of Healer's great. But, no, like, Rito of Healer, really not that bad. Like, it's really not that fucked up. Like, it's controversial for, like, mainstream normie people. But fucking degenerates who have explored, like, some of the Iroguro genre, like myself, it's nothing. Like, I remember telling someone Rito of Healer was 18 plus DSV on Blu-ray, and they said, what's that? Game of Thrones should be with an L, added L. You sound so desensitized. Oh, I am. I am so fucking desensitized. But again, this one still shocked me when I first read it. You know what else actually shocked me when I first saw it? You guys ever seen a Serbian film? By the way, there's some common themes between the two. A Serbian film is something else. Like, the third act of the movie is so fucked up. Like, I did a review of it forever ago, right? But, like, a Serbian film is, like, this movie about, like, a retired porn star where, he gets, he gets, like, an offer to come back in and make a ton of money just to do one more video or one more series of videos, and he'll get, like, an obscene amount of money, which they never state how much. But then, like, as he goes in, he realizes, like, he's being put into some weird, like, underground exploitation thing where he's, like, they make him, like, beat this woman in front of her, like, underage daughter. Then, they show him a bunch of other stuff, and then it starts getting more and more illegal as it goes on. And, like, in the third act of the movie, they try to get him to fuck the underage girl. And then they show him this scene with a newborn, which is really fucked up. It's the scene that's the most infamous in the movie. But there's so much more that happens after that I found so much more shocking. Like, there's a scene where he's, like, fucking this chick, and, like, they're making him hit her harder and harder. And, like, they make him, like, cut her head off with a machete, and he just keeps going. And, like, there's a scene where this chick gets all her teeth pulled out, and then they force, you know, stuff in her mouth. Use your imagination. They make him do stuff to her mouth. It's so graphic. And there's, like, a scene, too, where he kills this guy by fucking his eye socket. Like, it is not a child-friendly movie. It is, like, I mean, obviously. But it is a graphic movie. Anyway. Now this stream just got spicy. Just out of nowhere, I decided to go on about a Serbian film. And I missed a ton of chat. Whoopsie doopsie. Let's see. So 25 when you started smoking, basically? I guess so, yeah. Yes, heard of it? God, no. Oh, yes, I finally completed Kirby Superstar Allies 100%, got through the Soul Melter EX and unlocked the 90s Kirby skin. Very nice. Newborn blank. Yeah, no, that scene in what it's showing, like, they depict it in a really tame way, and it's like the fakest looking scene in the movie. But it's obviously the worst thing they're doing in it. But it's not the part that I found the most shocking. The parts that I found the most shocking is when he's going back and seeing all the fucked up shit they made him do. I've seen it, though. It's so wrong, man. Oh, yeah, no, a Serbian film's so fucked up. What do you think of Soul Eater? I liked it a lot, actually. Soul Eater's pretty fun. A Serbian film, Dante's Inferno, The 120 Days of Sodom, The Human Centipede, those Europeans. Yep, you remember all of it? Nah, fun for the whole family. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I saw that movie and then did a review of it. Like, those are the two things that shocked me, were Mai-chan's daily life and a Serbian film. Those are the two pieces of fiction that actually kind of shocked me when I consumed them. The movie of Mai-chan's daily life is way tamer, because it's kind of an original story, and it just focuses on the regenerative parts, and doesn't have all the fucked up shit towards the end. I mean, granted, it's fucked up throughout, but the ending of Mai-chan's daily life is, like, what makes it infamous, too. Mai-chan's daily life was really tame? Okay, random person. You want to be an edgy boy, you can claim that. You can claim that all you want. Opinion on the live-action Cutie Honey movies? I've only seen the first one, right? The one that's just called Cutie Honey, but I liked it a lot, actually. I thought it was pretty good. It is shocking, but it's really like a normal piece in the huge sea of gore hentai. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of fucked up shit out there. I've seen my share of Iroguro shit, don't get me wrong. But, like, people who say Dead Tube's worse are just wrong, because I've read, like, the first, like, 14 chapters of Dead Tube, and it was nowhere near as fucked up. Like, granted, I haven't finished it, to be fair. There's a similar animated Soul Eater called Valkyrie Drive Mermaid. I remember someone saying it's an R-rated Soul Eater, but already existed. It's called the manga. Yeah. You know what scarred me? Care Bears. No Heart was freaky to me or scared me. Deb2 was actually one of my most favorite gore mangas. It had lore and story. I still need to finish it. I've enjoyed what I've read so far, but it feels like it... You say instead of just pure shock value, but I feel like a lot of it is just pure shock value. Like, I'd say it has more of a story than, like, Mai-chan, but, like, it is mostly shock value. Death Panda's pretty fun, too. Like, I actually love Death Panda. Like, Death Panda's pretty fucked up and gory, but I had a lot of fun with it. And it's from the same author as Mai-chan. I don't remember what Death Panda was about. It's about a demon panda that goes around, like, raping and eating people. It's really simplistic, but it's, like, really over the top, and it's, like, funny, too. Like, it's fucked up, but it's funny. Now, K-On! Was so cute and innocent, yet the manga was straight up R-rated, at least according to the back of the book. Well, you know, a lot of key animes, you know, like canon and stuff, started out as porno games, like hentai games. What do you think about people surgically putting dominoes in their you-know-what? Males, of course. That sounds god-awful. Do people do that? Fuck them. Degenerates, all of them. I liked Rikio. It's the most violent thing I read, and it was kind of pulp, trying to be deep. Good art, though. In terms of gore, it's nice to see the upcoming Marvel Zombies animated series is going to be TVMA, yeah? Your sister's ex did that to himself? Jesus Christ. They do give him more girth, apparently. That sounds awful! God damn! But, yeah, I'm doing a Redeye Raw tonight instead of a game stream for two reasons. One, because I haven't done one in forever. And two, I'm actually saving a file for a 3-hour video that I've been meaning to upload. It's a Team Redeye shit show with Chutters in it again, which we haven't actually talked to before that in like 2 or 3 years. But that'll be fun. Like, obviously, I uploaded the Inspector Gadget one like earlier this year or late last year. I can't remember. Saw a thing on the Learning Channel about these Brazils who put veggie oil on their muscles to look bigger, but it can fuck it up. Yeah? I would not think that vegetable oil would be that harmful for you, but there you go. They were doing it in the jail I was in one time with the razors the guards handed out. I seriously couldn't believe it was a thing. Like, wow, man. Yeah, that sounds crazy. In the muscles it infects? Real? I guess it kind of fucks up your pores, right? Because it's oil. You got a lobotomy from Dr. Pepper? Yeah, there you go. Maybe you need a couple more. One of my favorite ecchis is Monster Musume. It reminds me of interspecies reviewers. I have not seen either of those. I've read some of Monster Musume on Manga Reader one time just because it was recommended to me, but I didn't really get into it. That's kind of when I found out about it. Yeah, okay. Inject oil into the muscle. Oh, God! Inject it? Oh, no wonder. Fuck. I thought you were saying they, like, oil up, you know, like big muscle men. I'm like, okay, I didn't think that would be that harmful. But no, they literally fucking inject it? God damn. Yeah. You should give it a go. I'm good. Imagine reading ecchis. Nah, I only read the finest of hentais, you know, like Adventure Kid. By the way, this is not cheap. These are really pricey. Obviously joking. Well, I know you're joking. Obviously. Interspecies Reviewers was one of the times when the manga was tamer, just like Carol and Tuesday. The Learning Channel devolved. It used to have kids shows and science, but now it's blobs and midgets and Siamese twins and mutants. I mean, yeah, that's what it's been for a while. You guys think Chris Chan could have gotten his own TLC show? I bet you he could have. You know, before he fucked his mom. Yeah, I'm gonna read this because I reviewed volume 1 of this. Do you have a favorite animator you watch on YouTube? I watch a few here and there, right? Like, I like Meat Canyon, lately. David Firth. Is he the guy who did, Salad Fingers? Because I never got into that. They got the gay boy there, so yeah. Been watching him since 2005. Yeah, David Firth did, yeah, okay, he did Salad Fingers. Yeah, I never, like, got into that. I think it was just, like, a little, I don't know if it was, like, just something that I didn't pick up on or what, but, the part on my John's Daily Life when she said it's mying time and made everyone. Okay, and I assume mied everyone. Yeah, no, that was the best part. It was the film of all time. But what was I saying? What I was talking about? Oh yeah, animators. I like Meat Canyon. He's pretty cool. Meat Canyon is slowly but definitely, surely becoming a legend. Yeah, it was one of the mangas ever. It's true. It was one of the mangas ever. But I like War Dog. I'm not familiar with War Dog. I like Speedo Sausage, but he doesn't really upload anymore. I like Psychic Pebbles too. He does off-color animations. Okay. Psychic Pebbles is super fun. Yeah, no, I love Smiling Friends. Smiling Friends was such a good show. He's definitely pushing the envelope on YouTube. What, Meat Canyon? Yeah, he fucking is. I like War Dogging. Okay, that sounds gay. He's Speedo's homie. Oh, okay. Me, Sailor Moon R, the movie, him, why is it an R-rated? Me, I think that's why, where they make Mini Moon, idea, Sonic R versus Sailor Moon R. Maybe the winner faces Saber, Marionette J to X R, not 100% on the title. Ball Pain? I mean, that would not be pleasant. Also, AVGN is my most favorite YouTuber of all time that I've been watching since 2007. I love AVGN. James Rolfe is such a cool guy, and he's just so well at avoiding drama. He's just very, like, he seems like a real person, you know? And I like that he's able to have never had, like, any significant drama, like, ever. Have you met him yet? No, I've never had the chance to meet James Rolfe. In a Sport was this guy. I'm making up his name. It actually is this ad of Candia. Adolfo Candiaso. Italian for Adolf Candy S. Jobby the Hong is my favorite toy reviewer. I don't watch a lot of toy reviewers, not really my thing. Toothpick sounding? Oh, God! I just remembered what sounding was, and so then I put together what the fuck you're saying. That's disgusting. Me either. I was hoping to hear a story of you meeting him, possibly. Yeah, no, unfortunately, I don't really go to, like, conventions and stuff. It's never really been my style. So I haven't done that. Do you not know what sounding is, Chisu? If not, I'm surprised you don't. It's where guys put things in their urethra. So I've been told. Mike Matei is also a really good YouTuber. Yeah, he is. I think it's like people hate on him for like some reasons that I think are kind of stupid. Like he wrote some comics back in the day called Loco Bandito that are really offensive and over the top. But I don't have a problem with that. I think offensive stuff is fine. He's done a few things here and there, but I really like Mike Matei. I think he's a chill guy too. Imagine getting a paper cut on your urethra. God damn, you could probably die from that. Because of blood loss, right? Idea the pervert show. Celebs come on and talk about their perversions and lusts and fetishes, and then they bring out a person who matches it, and the celebrities tries not to get a boner. It holds back enough. If he holds back enough, he gets a prize for a charity he likes. Said to Kaiser Neko, what is your favorite member of Nanto Goshashi? I like Juza. His battle was epic and best story of them all. Is that South Star Sacred Fist? Because that sounds familiar. Is that what that is? Imagine if they have a gore fetish, right? Just bring out a fucking mutilated corpse. The 5 chariots of the 6th general. Okay, so yeah, it is South Star stuff, though. Do you think Cartoon Network will release some more complete series sets if the Fosters and Ed sets do well? Really feel like Ed and Eddie set will sell like hotcakes? Yeah, for sure. Hyuga, Shurin, Fudo, Juza, and Rihaku. Yeah, no, I remember now. James and Mike are great guys. Mike is obviously the more let loose of the two. Well, I'm sure you've seen him as the Joker. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, like I said, I love Mike Matei. I think that he gets more hate than he deserves. Because I don't mind when people do or say controversial things on the internet, because I find that shit kind of endearing. I mean, I'm a fan of like provocateurs to an extent too. Like I loved when Milo Yiannopoulos was in his prime. I thought he was really good. He's also in his prime, or he's also really good Bugs. Yeah, he does a really good Bugs. Imagine if in Robotech, if Lisa gained an obscene amount of weight and had to hose off every day to keep the stink off of her. You know, Chisu, there's a limit to how much you can say something is just a gross, funny idea before I start thinking you genuinely have these fetishes. Just because I tell racist jokes doesn't mean I am. I tell cannibal jokes and don't eat people. That's true. I do eat people and don't tell cannibal jokes. So you see, there's no connection. The Dahmer cookbook. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. I saw some say K-On! Is an ecchi right up there with High School DxD, High School of the Dead, and Monster Musume, and someone said, bro, you did not put K-On! And DxD on the same category. Well, the K-On! Manga. I tell gay jokes and I kiss my homies goodnight. Well, kissing your homies goodnight's a little gay. Like Aiken and Jungle de Eco. Yeah. I haven't watched either of those yet. I don't even think I bought Aiken yet. And I'm not going to buy it from Right Stuff now because I refuse to support it since Funimation bought it. I'll buy it from Amazon, even though they're also an evil corporation. Jeffrey Dahmer was very misunderstood, in my very professional opinion. Yeah? I mean, I kind of... Out of all of the famous serial killers, I kind of have a soft spot for Dahmer, because I genuinely think he regretted what he did. I think he's the only one of, like, out of the big ones, you know, like Gacy, Bundy, Dahmer. Out of all those big ones, I feel like Dahmer's the only one who genuinely felt bad about what he did. Like, that doesn't excuse it, because he still murdered 17 people and ate them. But I have more sympathy for Dahmer than I do for, you know, Gacy or Bundy. Funimation is after anyone with interspecies reviewers. Gacy was absolutely evil. Oh yeah, Gacy was probably the worst of the bunch. Especially since all his targets were kids. Dahmer wasn't a psychopath, only had schizophrenia. He was perfectly sane. Makes sense. That's another reason I feel kind of, because like when you watch interviews of like Gacy and Bundy, they're both very like, you know, egotistical about it. Dahmer, you genuinely get the sense that he was upset with what he did. Ed Gein was also misunderstood, and my most favorite of them. I mean, Ed Gein only killed like 2 people, didn't he? The rest were like just people he dug up. Someone as devolved as Dahmer can turn good and find the Lord, and there's hope for anyone, even Trudeau and Kaiser Neko. Yeah. He understood how wrong killing was and eating people was. That's so interesting, for real, yeah. Yeah? Well, like, that's the thing, it's like when Dahmer was killed in prison, too, like, he accepted it. He's like, this is what I've earned. This is what I deserve. Like, that's why, like, out of all of those big serial killers, Dahmer's the one I tend to have the most sympathy for. St. Paul murdered people for believing in Jesus and found the way and became good. Yeah, no, I mean, that's... The Paul story is definitely one of the biggest redemption stories in the Bible, for sure. But, like I said, I am a firm believer in anyone being redeemable. It's just when you kill people, that's one of the harder things to redeem, obviously. And part of that redemption involves going to prison. That's just how it is. But yeah, no, like I said, I find Dahmer fascinating. What do you think of Valkyrie Drive Mermaid? Never seen it. Pretty much, even though it was believed he had killed more, but they weren't able to prove it, as he died in the mental hospital he was in. Yep. What if you eat people but don't kill them? Eating is okay. I mean, it fucks with your brain. Like, you know that if you eat human meat, it actually fucks with your chemical makeup in your brain, and it fucks with you. Also, is anyone responsible for what they did and who they are? Everyone is responsible for what they do and who they are. Every single person is. I don't care what situation you're in, you are responsible for yourself. I'm a firm believer in that too. Your life is what you make of it. I don't care what situation you're in. If you take the initiative, you can turn yourself around. It is all about yourself. Ed Gein was LGBTQUAMAP. The fact that you put those all on there as he wanted to be a girl. I've seen that documentary about Gein more times than I feel comfortable with mentioning here, lol. Also, Doom is the greatest video game ever made. Doom is great, especially Doom Eternal. Their identity is completely influenced by their birth conditions and their environment. Then Zelda, that is all. I disagree. You are what you make of yourself. Yeah, environment and conditions you're born, like, that is part of it, sure. But you are what you make yourself. And anyone who says otherwise is just fucking lazy. I saw Ed Gein the musical. Did not know that was a thing. Because, yeah, people get dealt a shit hand in life. But at the end of the day, you are what you make yourself. And unfortunately, some people won't take the initiative and take control of their life. I mainly prefer Doom 1993. I mean, yeah, I love the original Doom too. But I also like Doom 3. Like, I love all the Doom games for the most part. Ben Carson was a no one from the slums and almost became president. Yeah, exactly. You are what you make yourself. And again, there are factors that go into forming your personality and things like that early on. But if you can get the initiative to turn your shit around, you can. And anyone who says that they can't turn their life around because of the conditions they were raised in is just making excuses. Like, I can feel sympathy for someone getting dealt a shit hand. But at the end of the day, don't blame being dealt a shit hand on the fact that you're not successful. You're successful because you make yourself successful. And the world is a cruel and dangerous place. And that's a reality everyone has to come to deal with. And this obsession with someone's identity, I think that's fucking retarded. You guys know I've gone on my rants about the trans issue multiple times, how people obsess over that and make that their one characteristic. I think that's stupid. I think you should be your aspirations. You should be what you want to be. You should aspire to do something greater. It's like in that movie Whiplash, how J.K. Simmons said, the two most dangerous words in the English language are good job. Because you need to push yourself. If you never push yourself, you're never going to get anywhere. And I firmly believe that. Yeah, but the initiative is caused by others too. I'm not saying that other people don't influence you, but something scientifically cannot be done without being caused. Yeah, but like, it's not who's successful and who's not. Yes, it is. And I have people like that in my family. I honestly feel bad for them. Yeah, no, for sure. It's a concept called determinism. So I'm watching the Three Stooges right now. Very cool. Look, just saying you're shaped by your environment is pussy shit. If you don't take control of your own life, then someone else is in control of it. And if you're not in control of your own life, I don't have sympathy for you. That's just the way it is. Everything anyone and anything does is influenced by something in someone, and the action that has influenced them is influenced by something else. I mean, yeah, you have external influences. Yeah, the people around you influence you, sure. You have control over your life. Yes, you do, exactly. You have control over your own life. If you're asking if I do, fuck yes, I do. I made choices to get where I am today. The reason I own this house is because of the choices I've made. The reason I'm able to, have a roof over my head, have food, things like that, are because of choices I made. Even your smallest thoughts are influenced by external causes. Again, I'm not going to completely deny external causes. They exist. But at the end of the day, it's your reason and your rationale that determine what you do with those external causes. It is your own mindset that determines how you take in those external causes and put them to use. You don't just say, oh, well, I was raised like this, so this is what I'll be. If you do that, you're just a mindless NPC. And again, I have no sympathy. But if you take control, take initiative, and say, this is what I want, and I'm going to fucking get it. I respect the hell out of that. Like the job I have now, I'm a supervisor at my job. Do you know how I got that job? I went in and I said, this is mine. And guess what? It fucking was. The reason you're able to watch all of these screwed up things you watch is because of choices you made. True! What do you think of musical anime having manga like K-On! And Kurale and Tuesday? I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of musical anime, so, getting a headache, so I'm gonna head out. Have a good rest of the stream. Yeah, see you later, Zeta Magnus. Have a good one. It's not about quality of life and personality. What the fuck is it about then, huh? It is about quality of life and personality. You take the situation you're in and you make it the best you can. You're living a dream, in my opinion, bro. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not like I'm rich or something. It's physics and philosophy. Those go into it. Your personality is shaped by your philosophy. It's called determinism. Google it. I think I'm explaining it bad. I'm not saying that you're not influenced by these things. You absolutely are. But at the end of the day, you are you. You are an individual. And I don't think that you should just let those external causes run your entire life. Yeah, your environment is going to influence you. Yeah, your friends are going to influence you. If I didn't have the friends I have, the family I have, I'd probably have very different outlooks on these things. That's true. But at the end of the day, the only reason I've been able to be myself is because of my own thoughts, my own perception, and my own determination. On Highway to Heaven, this cripple is pitted by a drunk, and the drunk is pitied by a drunk, and the drunk buys him a beer, and the cripple don't want it, and the drunk confronts him over it. Cripple points out he only did it because he feels sorry for a cripple. Drunk says, "This is what I get for being nice to a cripple. My idea, cripple, I'll show you a cripple." Sucks in air, holds breath, strains his wiener and wiggles and shoots out and skewers the drunk. What the fuck is wrong with you, Jisoo? It keeps extending and rising upward on a rising angle. Holds drunk up in the air as he slides down onto the cripple. Cripple starts eating him alive, and drunk screams and vomits and shits. I noticed the plot to Soul Eater manga. I noticed the Soul Eater manga has more plot than the anime. Yeah, it is not completely. So you saying your determination and personality is completely influenced by external causes? That's just a falsehood. It is influenced by it, abso-fucking-lutely. But you put one person in one household, have them raised that exact same way, they're going to turn out different than another person would in that exact same situation, based on their reason, based on their, let's say they have a disability, let's say they have all these other things. There are so many other things that go in than just external causes. There are many traits to your personality that are determined strictly by you. You like Doom Kid? He's my favorite Doom tuber of all time. Highly underrated. Not familiar. You have free will given by the Lord. Yeah, you have free will. That's a big thing. Free will is absolutely a thing. And people who say it's an illusion are just fags. I don't agree with that. It's the argument of identity. I don't care. I disagree. Who are you really if you're shaped by external influences? That is commie bullshit, and I won't accept it. I am what I am. I am not my parents, I'm not my friends, I'm not my family, I am me. I'm very different than everyone in my family. And so is everyone else in my family. I'm different than my friends. And I like taking in new perspectives and taking that in. I get influenced, yes. But at the end of the day, my life is what I fucking make it. All humans are born the same, no personality, nothing. I disagree. Some may be psychopaths, but that still goes... Some may be disabled. No, you're not understanding. No, I'm understanding your concept. I'm just saying you're wrong. Bible says, what a man says in his heart, that is what he will be. Yeah. My cousin found his dad hanging in the woods when he was young. Would that have anything to do with how he turned out? Maybe. I mean, it could have. He's always stealing and lying about everything. Yeah, I mean, never been to jail or anything. I mean, again... I think that ultimately, people are influenced by their external sources. Yes. But the only way you're going to fix a shitty life is with sheer will, determination, and taking control of your own situation. Well, yes. Well, again, I've never said that external forces don't contribute, because they do. But to just lie back and say, I will never change because I was born into this way is fucking retarded. It's not about life quality, it's just a concept. What are you talking about when you keep saying it's not about life quality? Life is about what you make it. He lives with my German godmother, yeah? Ultimately, individuals are different. And I think the bullshit where you say, people aren't individuals, they're just what they're born into. That's dumb. I agree. Well, if you agree, then why are you arguing with me? It's just a concept? Okay, well, I mean, if it's just a concept, I just fundamentally don't like the concept. I disagree with it. because I think saying that your entire life is determined by external forces, I think, is retarded, because then there's no free will, and I just don't believe in that. That everything is determined from the start of the universe. Again, I disagree with that. I don't agree with determinism. I fundamentally reject it. And believe me, you're not the first person who's told me about determinism. I've heard of the concept before. I just think it's stupid. Even the smallest movement of atoms may have caused the Earth to appear in the future. Okay, now you're talking about the butterfly effect, which, I mean, there's overlap, but there is a difference there. Sure, you can look back and say, oh, this one little thing changed everything. But at the end of the day, sitting back and thinking about all the small little things that go into making something happen is not going to give you any control over that. Something causes something and that causes something. Well, yeah, sure, that's cause and effect. That's the laws of the universe. Yeah, I get that. But that doesn't determine everything you will ever do. You determine what you do. Teen pregnancy, followed by teen AIDS, followed by teen gayness, me on Degrassi Next Gen, yeah. On TiVo, Rise of the Continents. Me, more like Rise of the Incontinent. Incontinent guy, out the ass? What? It's like being in Roger Rabbit and going to the cartoon land, me on the room. Sold almost all my video game steelbooks and or collector's editions. That was the hardest thing to forgive for. Yeah? Oh, he did that. Oh, that sucks. What if Gary Busey is really Macaulay Culkin from the future who came back to save it? Yeah, there you go. And why did they want to become rich? Wait, what? Who wanted to become rich? What? Okay, hold on. Imagine if Elon Musk wanted to be rich in their adolescence or some shit. Okay. Why did they want to become rich? Because some rich dude they saw they were inspired by. And it was that rich. And why was that rich dude? Because of luck. An example. Everyone wants to be successful. Whether that be in finance, whether that be in romance, whether that be in, self-image. Everyone wants to be successful in some metric in life. I don't think you need any external source to tell you that. We strive for things. It's part of our nature as humans. So, I just fundamentally reject your hypothesis. Batman the Animated Series was the Tim Burton Batman. Teen Titans was Batman Forever. Teen Titans Go is Batman and Robin. Okay. Alright. Video's still saving, so, Also, which do you like most, Last of Us Part 1 or 2? I've never played either game, but Last of Us Part 1, obviously, because Part 2 is fucking trash. On Highway to Heaven, this guy was crippled in an accident, but a real Soropus. A real Soropus now, and thinks everyone is just using him. A sourpuss. And just thinks everyone is using him to feel better. My idea. He pisses off the wrong guy, and the guy flips him over and starts boning his dead ass. Okay, then. Even Elon Musk's wealth could be caused by that one sight of a rich dude. It's cause and effect, cause and effect. I'm not denying that cause and effect exist, sure. But it completely negates the idea of free will, which is why determinism to me is just a bunch of fucking pretentious bullshit. What did you not like about Part 2? I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, again, having never played the game... God damn it. I did a whole video about this, arguing with my friend. And again, I haven't played either one, so I'm really not the right person to ask. But, they unceremoniously killed off a beloved character from the first game. Tried to make you sympathize with the character who killed him. Tried to say revenge is bad, and by just Ellie imagining playing guitar with him after Abby just fucking took 3 of her fingers. And so it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna think of the guy who taught me how to play guitar, who you took from me, and my fingers that I played that guitar with that you also took from me, and that's gonna suddenly make me want to not kill you? The fuck is that? I said to a guy who likes poison and fat chicks about eating really heavy fat hot dogs, they said that ain't disgusting, and the label on the pack says it's made of fried pig lard, as in Street Fighter X Tekken. Poison said wieners were disgusting. Getting heated, bro? I'm not getting heated, I'm getting passionate. There's a difference. I'm not angry. I'm just explaining it to you. I'm fine. First effect is the start of the universe. That effect causes... Again, we're going in circles here. The determinism bullshit, I don't care. What's better, Icon or The Last of Us? Never watched Icon. Cause and effect is still a huge question? Sure it is. 12? 2? What, why are you saying numbers now? The numbers, Mason! Give me the numbers! Yeah, no, I get passionate about things that I, believe in or like or don't like, so... When I seem like I'm getting heated, don't mistake that for anger. I'm not angry. I can definitely feel your passion, bro. Yeah, okay. I mean, The Last of Us 2? Last of Us 2 is trash. So I would say Icon is probably better, even though I haven't seen it. When it comes to gayness, you turn, you burn. Shows a guy injected with AIDS and AIDS sperm, he catches fire. Definitely a very real human being. I mean, yeah, all I can be is real, right? And like, yeah, I have no problem with you liking the game. I'm just telling you why it's objectively poorly written. Like, the pacing is bad, the characters are poorly written, the motivations don't make any sense. And if they want to make you sympathize with a character, they gotta build it up a lot more and do a better job. Especially if that character killed off a beloved character from the previous game. I saw the Digimon and Ghosts in the Shell cast. Or it has the Digimon and Ghosts in the Shell cast. Okay. Have you ever watched the Pain Olympics? God, no. No, I have not. I am very familiar with what it is, but thank God I have never seen it. I can see a biopic TV movie, Paternity Tests and Perverts, the story of Mari Povich. Yeah, there you go. Last of Us 2 is made by a male feminist. Yep, that's another problem. Another problem I have isn't necessarily with the game itself. It's the fact that every time you criticize it, people just say, "Oh, well, you just don't like lesbians." It's like, that wasn't even a complaint that I had. Not at all. That's not a complaint anyone had about it, is that there were lesbians in it. Nobody gave a shit about that. And so the fact that you try to say, "Oh, well, you just don't like lesbians," fuck off. I feel you, man. Now that I think about it, it seems like a good bit of the game was shoehorned in there. Yeah, it is. And again, I've never played it. I've just talked to people who have and seen reviews of it. So, again, maybe I'm not the best person to ask, but I will tell you, but you ask me a question, I'll give you an answer, and that's the answer I have. Okay, more determinism stuff, I don't care. Random person, we're done with the determinism discussion. I reject it fundamentally. Me, you like AIDS. You know me, too bad. You, Especially how you were pretty much the killer of Joel about 50% of the game. Exactly. And you know what? Maybe the hand-waving for the determinism thing wasn't fair. I'll read it anyway, but again, I'm mostly done with this discussion. In a situation in which a person makes a certain decision or performs a certain action, it is impossible that he or she could have made any other decision or performed any other action. I disagree. Free will. In other words, it is never true that people could have decided or acted otherwise than they actually did. Again, I disagree. I don't like determinism. I think it's stupid. But there you go. I actually read it because I felt that I was kind of rude in waving it off. But again, I just disagree. Mr. Pickles has a metal theme song that also sounds gay, does it now? Idea for a movie, a city with two... Okay, now shit's going by super fast. Idea for a movie, a city has two classes of people, the humans and the subhumans. And the subhumans like living in filth and disease, and when the humans try to help them, they just waste it and go back to living in filth and eating disease, surgical waste, and rotting garbage. Also, they choose to not leave their grotesque, rotted homes as they were born there and it's their culture to live. Like animals, when the humans give up on helping the subhumans whine like, "What, you hate us and want us gone? That's intolerant." Anal sex. See, now you're being real deep, random person. Trying to somehow make us feel sympathy for Joel's killer was a very bold and strange move for Naughty Dog. Yeah, and again, it's just another one of those cases where the company is like, "Oh yeah, you don't like it? Well, then you're just a bigot." I also don't think the game should have won 7 fucking Game Awards. Popeye in Hot. If he were my kid, his arms would... I assume you mean is hot. His arms would both be pregnant? What the fuck? The Last of Us had bad sex scenes. That too. There's really gross sex scenes in Last of Us 2. Yeah. Like I said, we did a whole Team Redeye shit show about The Last of Us 2. If you ever want to watch more in-depth opinions on that, we did a whole video. It's like almost 2 hours. It's like an hour, 45 minutes with me and 2 of my friends talking about it. One of my friends played it and actually liked it. Another one played it and hated it. So we get a very good mix of perspectives from me who hasn't played it but hates it anyway, a friend who played it and hated it, and a friend who played it and loved it. So... Made with OCAP, so they had to get people to act out the boning, yeah. Redeye burping is so funny, like... Yeah, well, I always exaggerate my burps. I always have. Like, I started doing it to be a dick forever ago, and then it just became the way I burp. Hi, kids. Dragon Ball Evolution too close to the source material for you? Watch the King of Fighters live-action movie, nothing like the canon series. Might as well call it Top Fighter 2000 MK8. The bootleg King of Fighters game where with Goku and Michael Jordan. Actually got into extremely unnecessary emotional at the end of the battle. The ending was just so off-putting to me. Yeah. Well, again, it's out of nowhere, right? Because the whole game is building up this revenge plot. And then the game is just like, revenge bad. And like, again, Ellie has no reason to give up on revenge. Because the flashback she has is of Joel teaching her to play guitar with the 3 fingers she just lost and with the man that this lady killed. And that's going to make her decide, oh, I'm not going to kill you. Revenge bad. Like, it's so dumb. Let's see. In Top Fighter 2000 MK... Is that MK or Mark? How that would be pronounced. We'll say Mark 8 just because it's shorter. You can be Michael Jordan or Goku or Ryu in the multiverse. In multiverses, you can be LeBron James or Superman, yeah. In Fortnite, you can be LeBron or the Street Fighter or Dragon Ball Super guys. It's all coming together. Yeah, there you go. I still enjoyed it a great deal, and that's fine. I can't take that enjoyment from you. I'm glad you were able to get some enjoyment out of it, but it is an objectively badly written game. The character is a woman and thus isn't logical. I mean, you're right, Chisu. That makes sense. You know what? Best argument I've heard so far. The combat was brutal and extremely realistic. Yeah. They just added my man Morty. Did they now? I enjoyed Icon. It had babes. Yeah, but they have really gross, like, huge beach ball tits. Anything more than a handful is a waste. And anything that's a beach ball is too big. I hate babies. Well, yeah, that's something you and Caboose have in common then, random person. My name is Michael J. Caboose, and I hate babies. On a Rogers Netflix ad, is Paul Servino. Me, hey, it's Joe Pesci. Yeah, to Multiverses. I haven't played Multiverses, but my legs are starting to kill me with the way I'm sitting here. I'm going to adjust and get like that for now. My freaking dog story, dog diarrhea, me on Urban Dogs versus Urban Dogs script. Morbius and Multiverses, yeah, there you go. Rick is next, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Multiverse, I like that Multiverses has, like, Ultra Instinct Shaggy, like, it kind of capitalized on that meme. I think that was a really good idea. Mobiverses? Or Morbiverses? Yeah, Morbiverses. That's pretty good. I like how Breaking Bad has become so synonymous with memes now. Um, like, you know, I remember in my recommended there was a video that talked that was, I didn't watch it, mind you, but it said why Walter put your dick away is the worst meme ever. My problem with multiverses is how you have to be connected to the internet to play it, and if you have shitty connection, you're definitely going to see it. Yeah, as a principle, I don't buy online only games. Although isn't multiverses free to play? It just has microtransactions. Also, my nipples are nipples. Well, there you go. A is A. Walter versus. See, sometimes random person you can make me laugh. Other times you can be kind of dumb, but sometimes you hit it pretty well. Idea: a doc set in the 2030s where a self-hating white makes a doc about going to interview someone they fear and hate, a white who isn't self-hating. It's done like a doc where someone now sees a pedo or Klansman, where the doc maker tries to make the subject look extra bad, but it's done in a way that really shows how insane the self-hating white is. And in the end, the self-hater becomes a friend to the white, but is shunned and beaten and sodomized, oh god, by other self-haters for being intolerant. Yeah. God damn it. There we go. He still has yet to try Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl before even thinking about multiverses. I mean, no, I haven't played that. Cool Kids Club, yeah, there you go. Whew. Man, this file is taking forever to save. Me watching a beat-em-up game. Send him back to H.E. Duffel Bruce Jenner? Okay, then. Recommend watching David Firth's Umbilical World with his commentary on whenever you can, if possible. It's probably the most I've ever been entertained by a commentary. Yeah? The only things I've really watched, like, extensive commentaries on were the South Park episodes. Because I watched, like, all the commentaries on South Park for all the sets I have. Although, like I said, my interest has been kind of waning in South Park, just because I feel like the last few seasons have kind of sucked. Like, especially, like, with when they did all those specials. I hated that. Like, season 23 was alright. And season 21, 22 were okay, too. Season 20 was pretty bad, but, overall, my interest has kind of lessened in South Park, even though I really liked it. And I've listened to all the commentaries from the older seasons multiple times. On Final Fight, when beating up Poison, me take that Bruce Jenner. Him butt virginity. What is butt virginity? Me exactly what it sounds like. My favorite South Parks are mainly the retro ones. They're definitely better. Cause like 5 and Down. I mean, I really like those ones. I do really like, you know, my favorite season is season 6 overall. I love season 6. New ones are good too. Yeah, they are. But I feel like season 20 and up have kind of gone downhill. Like season 20 for me was the worst season of the show. Season 21, 22, and 23 each got progressively better, but were still not that great. And then season 24 was just 4 specials, and they weren't very good. Because they were all about COVID, and they were all just kind of basic normie bullshit takes. And then they did, you know, Return of COVID and all that shit with the Paramount Plus specials, which I guess don't count towards the season. What's wrong with making jokes about Bruce Jenner? I make jokes about Gacy. He's just as queer. Yeah, there you go. I just like that they weren't trying to put a message in every episode like they do now. Well, yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is like... So, like, I don't mind there being political commentary in the show. In fact, that's a staple of South Park. But the problem is in the older days, the politics were a lot more subtle, and it was the characters experiencing the world around them. Nowadays, what I feel happens is the South Park creators go, hey, this political thing just happened, how can we make it into an episode? And it's the focus instead of the characters. The characters are just vessels through them to get the message out. Whereas back in the day, they were actual characters, and they just experienced different things that were going on in the world. Social satire. Yeah, exactly. On Blue Bloods, a Chinese guy called Grant Lee. Me, that a fusion of Grant and Robert E. Lee. Or of U.S. says Grant Robert E. Lee. There you go. To the tune of Hey There, Blimpy Boy. Okay. I know that song because of The Simpsons. I don't know if it came out before that or if it's just a Simpsons thing, but here we go. Hey there, fruity boy, injecting a man with HIV. There you go. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is better than drugs as you can trade or sell the cards after you use them. Yeah, there you go. The dumbness of our world in South Park is perfect. Yeah. Randy is my absolute favorite South Park character. Randy's a good one, but, Stan! But I'll tell you another thing I don't like about the new seasons is Tegrity Farms. Tegrity Farms is one of the most boring and overplayed jokes that they just keep rehashing, and I don't like it. Part of it comes from the fact that I just kind of hate stoner culture. I've got nothing against, like, weed as a concept, but people who smoke weed can be really fucking obnoxious about it. And so I just don't like stoner culture, because I've hung out with some stoners before, right? And they're fucking lame. Yeah, it's no good. But, like, with the stoners I've hung out with, all they ever want is, like, to smoke weed. That's all they think about. And it's so fucking annoying. Like, if you don't have weed, they don't want to hang out with you. I actually had a friend that stopped hanging out with me because I didn't have weed he could bum off me. On that Benjamin Bratt show, The Cleaner, this college professor is hooked on blow as it helps him deal with his math crap. South Park fans with the North Street fans walk in. There you go. Me, actually in the book, Sherlock Holmes used blow every now and then. It helped him take his mind off things and deal with issues. I like when he jizzes on all the weed, though. Yeah, I mean, that was mildly funny. I think South Park's kind of lost a lot of its edge, too. I feel like they kind of play it safe now and mainly just do, like, mainstream takes on the things that they do. And if they have anything out of the mainstream, it's like a rare one-off. Like, Board Girls was a great episode because it was one of the few things that actually had the balls to take on the trans in sports thing. Because so many shows just pussyfoot around that because they don't want to seem like bigots. On that Benjamin Bratt show, The Cleaner, this college professor is hooked on blows. It helps him deal with his math crap. He needs money, and student comes in and he asks for $500. My idea, he is overcome with his need for drugs and snaps and starts boning and or eating the student. Why? How does your brain work, Chisu? I would love to live a day in your brain. It would be the strangest fucking thing ever. 2, the student makes the professor either suck his thing or open his ass for the money. 3, the student makes him open his mouth to be mouth-boned, but the professor bites off his thing and starts boning the student with his own bit-off man thing as he laughs like a retard. Again, how does your brain work? Where do you get weed? I mean, if you're in a state that it's legal dispensaries. Do you think Trey and Matt are as brave and bold as they used to be or not? No, not at all. Like I said, they do very safe takes now. Like, in the COVID ones, they were total pussies when it came to any of the vaccine stuff. Like, they care too much about what people think when they say, like, and, like, they try to say, oh, we like to play both sides. They're pussies is what they are. And horseshoe theory is stupid, too. I reject it. Like, saying both sides are equally bad is stupid. Like, there are extremes on both sides, but the left is so much worse than the right. It absolutely is. There's no comparison. Fuck off, Levi's. Levi's is for people who jizz in their jeans. Me on that Levi's ad that make ba or whatever song that plays every 12 minutes. Don't know what that means, but okay. The movie starts with 50 Cent getting capped, and most of it is just his life flashing before his eyes as some homie empties a gun into him. Me on Get Rich or Die Trying. You ever seen that Boondocks episode where it's like, or Die Trying? They played that episode a lot. It's a good one, but they reran that one a lot. I love Boondocks. Yeah, Boondocks is great. It's such a funny show, and like they were gonna reboot it, and I'm like, I don't know if that would work now, but then it got canceled because John Witherspoon died. I don't know if they plan on picking it up again, but now that he's dead, I don't know how well it would work. Best line: make him my sodomaniac. Die trying to get rich, or get rich trying to die. There you go. What's good, nigga? Yeah, Stinkmeaner's a good recurring villain. Last time on Yu-Gi-Oh! Anzu, oh Yugi, don't send me to the Stink House. What on God's green earth is the Stink House? Yu-Gi-Oh! Anzu, you've earned it. You've earned your time in the Stink House. Anzu, Yugi, no? Okay, do I want to know what the Stink House is? I probably don't, right? Alright. Hang on a second. Yar! Enjoying the view of my hand? It's quite nice, isn't it? Alright, now we're in the chair. I don't think they should, now that Witherspoon is gone. Wouldn't be the same without... Same, and I would just be sad watching... Exactly. The house that stinks? Well, there you go. Guess it's not as horrible as I thought it could be. I love the part in the Boondocks when Boondock, as if that was a character, said, it's boondocking time and boondocked everyone. That is definitely a hand. It sure was. Alright. Let's see. So now, we're going to upload this. OJ's Bizarre Adventure is the name of this shit show episode that I'm uploading. And it's like 3.5 hours long. Prime time, 99, on the grind, all the time. I want a kid's show about guys who smoke dongs, like they pull off people's dongs and smoke them like cigars? What the fuck? Best line, I hope they don't infectionize me with homo sodom. Best line, he's too liberal to think. Redeye setup reveal when? I've shown my setup on multiple occasions. I guess I haven't showed it since I've moved into the new house. It's pretty simplistic, actually. Hold on. So yeah, there's my consoles, right? That's my headset I use for the Xbox so that it doesn't echo. This is my hard drive for the Xbox One X. This is my capture card. It's my PS4 remote. My PS4 is down here, as is... no, that's the only one down there right now. Redeye cat ear headphones when? Never. There's my microphone that, when I stream and record videos. And there's my computer. Like I said, I've shown this setup before. There's a wrapper from my dinner, so there you go. I'm going to throw that in the garbage now. Canadian kid, daddy, help, he's going to sodomize me. Canadian dad, that's his charter right. Me on Canada and its pride parade, yeah. That inbred hick is going to anally rape her. He's going to make her his pig, me on the bad guys from Tolable David. Whoever said that, the FBI is looking for you already. About the kids show? Oh, okay. Now, Chisu says some strange things. What the fuck? When did this turn into Last House on the Left? Me on to label David. The final fight where David fights the bad guy and the chick runs for help after he tried boning her. Gay Shota hentai? No, no, no. No, 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 no. We love you, Chisu. Well, we do love Chisu. But we also are fascinated by Chisu as an individual. Is he a person? Or is he an idea? Is he a force of nature? On the Highway to Heaven episode with them making a movie, the bar girl and Mark struggle with their lines for a love story. So he suggests going out to the beach and roasting some hot dogs. Mark consents. Redeye just staring at chat like the fucking Easter Island head, yeah? Probably a force of nature, yeah, there you go. Here's the Game Boy Advance version of Creepy Black. There's that. I saw To Label David from 1921. It's an 80s Van Damme film. It's like the 80s Van Damme film Kickboxer. These humans and animals, crippled. These human animals crippled his brother, drove him to hate, killed his dog, and captured his girlfriend. What is this, fucking John Wick? And he's got to take him on. What came first, the dew or the mountain? That is the question. And this is the question. Right here. That's the question. Just now meeting all these fine gentlemen. I'm having a great time. I say we all get nipples again. I mean, I have nipples. I don't need to get nipples. I have them right here. While I know what jeezing or masturbating in pants mean, even if it would be a pretty gross thing to do. Okay. God did the design wrong? What, for nipples? I don't have a problem with nipples. In fact, I can be quite fond of nipples. What is an onahole? It's like a weird Japanese fleshlight thing, isn't it? I have an idea. Hang on just a second. I have a fetish for them, my fiancés. Okay, good. Alright, yeah, so this is the TV room. You can see a reflection of me in the TV. Well, look at that. Xbox Series X, PS5, DVD player, surround sound, and a good old Nintendo 64. So there's that. That was my idea. I hope you enjoyed. I've shown that TV room many times anyway, but still. How you reply really quickly when you aren't interested in what's being said. Sounds like my brother, yeah. I mean, I try to get through all the chats. Some of them are not my favorite, but I get through them all anyway. On TiVo, it's Political Blind Date. Is Political Blind Date a different show where two slightly different thinking politicians meet and experience things, they slightly modify their views. In one episode, they talk about prison, and it's two dames meeting people who dealt with it. One guy says the crooks spend 23 hours a day in the bathroom-sized cells and want more fresh air after a few days. Me, are you mental? Those people are monsters. They rape and kill and cripple and spread AIDS. If they want fresh air, we ought to make them sit in a stink room. It's just sewage where the outhouses go. They ought to live in a cesspool for a week. I guarantee it's far better than the hell they put their victims through. I mean, I still think that we should, you know, give... We can't be cruel and unusual. It's, you know, it's against the Constitution. That was cool, bro. Nice setup. Thanks. Give us some ASMR. What, you want me to whisper here and go like this? Like grab some bags to crinkle or something like this? Like, I hate ASMR. I fucking despise ASMR. Oh, no, I don't. Wait, no, hold on. I'm skipping ahead. Do you know anything about your neighbor that went missing 2 days ago? Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, there you go. Mouth sounds and shit. There you go. God, I fucking hate ASMR. I think it's so stupid. Fox Kids was like Blackula, the king of cartoons, sees Pee-wee's Playhouse to get that reference. Chain him down and hook him to a soda machine? Ooh. Okay. I don't like it either. I was being stupid. Okay, fair enough. Nintendo 64 controller ASMR? What, you want me to, like, pick up a Nintendo 64 controller and just, like, go like that? Dolomite is like Sailor Moon's attempt at making curry. It looks like garbage, but it's actually really enjoyable if you give it a shot. See Sailor Moon Season 2 to get that reference. Can't believe entire channels are devoted to nothing but ASMR. Yeah, I know. I don't fucking get it. It's a jank way to make a living. Yeah, I know, right? I don't fucking get it. Like, people get turned on by that shit where they have a chick whisper up and go like, "Sunset sarsaparilla." Like, they fucking whisper. Like, whispering bothers my ears. Okay, Gary, how did you know my name was Gary? Like, my name's not Gary, but it kind of is. Look, my name isn't Gary, but my name is Gary to some people. Okay, Gary, it's not officially a porno, it's a porno, so have fun, but it's a porno, so have fun, man. Francis Ford Coppola on directing, Gary Oldman. Okay, fair enough, and Bram Stoker's Dracula. No, but believe it or not, some people do call me Gary. It's not my name, it's not any part of my name, but it is a nickname I have. Gary, at least it's better than what happened with Marlon Brando in the butt-stuffing film. The sounds of a Duke Xbox controller while playing Halo 2 in complete silence. Yeah, there you go. Me talking about Marlon Brando, he's the world's greatest actor, and he did porno. Also me, do you mean Dan Green? Ah. So pleasing to the ears on my face. Redeye literally looks like a guy... Redeye literally looks like just the guy to be named Gary. Again, it's not my name. I've said my first name on stream many times. It's Angelo. But my nickname is Gary. Was this previous stream title supposed to be a reference to the Simpsons episode of Lard of the Dance when Homer goes inside of the Krusty Burger and says, "My God, you're greasy," to the squeaky voice teen? Yes, that's why it was called My God, You're Greasy. Good job. I was never big on Harry Potter. I didn't hate it. I watched the movies on TV, but never read the books and got deep into the lore. I'm not the kind of guy to dress up like Harry Potter and stick a broomstick up my ass. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Spoken like a true gentleman. Yeah. There you go. Where did I set my Dr. Pepper? There, that's where I set it. Doom Kid for life? Again, never seen him, so couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you my thoughts. Definitely a YouTuber I recommend, yeah. I love these tin things that the little Gurkha cigars come in. They don't sell White Rascals anymore. They were a limited time, which is a shame because I really like White Rascals. But there you go. In Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Dumbledore has to drink this poison to get through this thing, but it fucks him up. My idea is one, it actually sperm. Why? Fucking why? And drinking it gives him HIV/AIDS. 2, he just had a big meal before going as he thought he might not come back. And has to put the fluid in his ass. Jesus fucking Christ, Chisu. Both ideas in one. He's an amazing person and just very friendly. Okay. There's no smell of the vanilla left in this, unfortunately. Or is there? Kind of got a hint. Yeah, there's a little hint. White Rascals are good. And I hope they make them again in the future. Doom Kid is doomed? There you go. Remember when Harry Potter was fancy and fun? The first few films were more light and innocent. They got pretty dark and disturbed as it went on, like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. And the books were huge. Yeah. It's like the 1980s cell phone and there's no pictures. It's just endless text. It's like trying to read War and Peace or something. I mean, I'd like to read War and Peace. Uninterested and looks away. Okay. I can see your nips and pimps. I mean, you can't. You can just see my head, but, you know. First he was in Shark Boy and Lava Girl, then he was in Twilight, then more Twilight. Each movie he makes is worse than the last. Might as well start doing pornos, yeah? Okay. Like, I know you're referring to, what, Taylor Lautner? Although, to be fair, Shark Boy and Lava Girl was not good, either. It just had that dream. And it had George Lopez's face on a giant robot, and it was fucking stupid looking. In Harry Potter, Voldemort gets destroyed in every movie, but he comes back stronger as in some unnatural power. To me, he's like Sigma. Did Harry Potter rip off Mega Man X? I mean, it sounds more like a slasher villain to me. He even looks a bit like all the hair, like him, all hairless and getting new bodies and infecting multiple, or possessing multiple others. What are you talking about? Oh, Sigma, right? Yeah. Of course not. That's just me being the dumbass again. No, I know it is. I'm just responding the way I respond. Shark Boy and Lava Girl gave me 8. Yeah, it's such a bad movie. Like, it's fun. It's fun bad, but it's bad. You guys ever seen any Neil Breen movies? Because those are a fucking trip. Huh. Where did my gamer glasses trademark go? Should have said, yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, there you go. On Arthur, he's... Jesus, Chisu, you go so fast. Nah, I'm not going to make that joke. It's stupid and predictable. On Arthur, he's worried of Buster being BFFs with Ladonna or whatever that Confederate accent girl is called. He brings Buster a pie and has him eat it all. He's trying to fatten Buster up till he's too fat to get away. And then Arthur is going to fuck him once Buster is fat. To stop Arthur, he gets Buster on the ground. Buster's too fat to get up. Why? Why does your brain work this way? Why does this happen? And Arthur fucks Bus fat all over his and fills his deep belly button with sperm. What the fuck is wrong with you? We all still need nipples? I mean, do men need nipples? What purpose do they serve us, right? That's our missing link, and the link has been missing since the first Legend of Zelda. Yeah, there you go. If my son was gay and had an allergy to peanuts, I'd give him a peanut butter enema or put peanuts in his ass so his butt would swell. Again with the swelling and sealing butts. You're such a strange man. A Link to the Past is the very best Legend of Zelda game so far. I don't think I've played A Link to the Past, really. For me, I'm a big Ocarina of Time guy, and Majora's Mask. I like both those a lot. Let us see. Let us leaf. That's blasphemous, man. Oh, if you say so. Said to a guy. I said to a guy who draws big chicks requesting Dana Sterling from season 2 of Robotech, all engorged, fuck you, Jisoo, with Flab, and eating the invid creatures from season 3, the Sentinel saying something about how they are really high calorie or something about Zentradi ancestry has given her a taste for the invid. It's on SNE, it's on the SNES and it's legendary. Yeah, I know. I know what it is. I've just never really played it. Absolutely wonderful soundtrack. On the news, Texas had one X in 1,000 years, a 1 in 1,000 rainstorm. How do they know what would have happened 1,000 years ago if Columbus only found the America 500 years ago? I beat Link to the Past on Game Boy Advance. So there you go. Truly a masterpiece and the very best game on that console? Okay. I've never been a huge Zelda guy, to be fair. Like, I like Zelda, and I put it in my top 10 RPGs, but it's not like my favorite franchise. I never beat it yet. There you go. Let's see. So yeah, I'm going to probably stream. Do you like Link's Hole? Now those are the real questions. I liked Lunar on Game Boy Advance / Sega CD / PS1. But yeah, I'll probably be streaming the Dragon Ball Z ROM hack of Pokemon Fire Red soon. Some more, Dragon Ball Z team training. And then I'll play Emerald. Because Emerald's pretty cool. Answer the question, you whore? No, because I'm not gay. That's the real answer. The other answer is a hole's a hole. But I ain't a fucking degenerate like that. Lord Sodom Bottom Kaiser Neko says he likes Fortnite now as it had Dragon Ball Super in it. I assume with his devolution level, he's going to remove his parts as it's unfair that men can pee standing up. Your brain goes to mysterious places. And he doesn't want to contribute to first world white male privilege. Okay. Another man's hole is the dark side. Or another man's hole in the dark is the same as a woman's. Only if you're a fag. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Let's see. What else? The milk, the table, the table. You know what? I've never seen Super 8. I've had the movie for like ever, but I haven't seen it. MC Devo said that, and I lived by it ever since. Okay. Whatever tickles your pickle, I suppose. In Dragon Ball Super, the Galactic Prisoner arc has a bad guy... God, you go so fast! Has a bad guy based on a Canaanite demon god. Also, it's the best fighter in an artificial life form called 7-3 who can copy other life formers' abilities. In it, the bad guys copy his power and eats it to become stronger. Both 7 and 3 are associated with holy things. And this Jinzo Ningen is a soulless machine that only does what it's ordered to. Also, again, I don't like Dragon Ball Super, so this is very much boring me. Also, it being consumed by the monster that infected it could be a symbol of the Israelites being corrupted by demon worship. But after the bad guy is beat in the manga, 7-3 survives and is taken back to be used to start new models like Jinzo Ningen after Getting paganism out, the church continues. I have a pickle, that's not sanitary. Yeah, there you go. But, yeah, no, the next shit, what are you drinking? What are we drinking? Dr. Pepper. As always. That is a staple on this channel. I also have this tea stuff, but it's not very good. I remember I liked it for like a brief time, and I bought some of it the other day, and I've had this bottle in here. But, like, it's really, like, it's not the worst, but it's not great. You, sir, have been chugging that bad boy. Damn straight. I drink a lot of soda. It is not good for me. It's probably my worst habit health-wise, is drinking soda the way I do, because I drink a lot. Because this is a liter. This is a fucking liter. And I have another liter in, right here. For later. So, 2 fucking liters. Not the healthiest. An openly feminist alleged male Little Karibo watched the second live-action Fullmetal Alchemist movie and complained about Scar's actor wearing makeup to look tanned. As to him/her, it's brown face, which I didn't know non-whites doing was considered bad. Also, Ishbalans are not a real race, so I don't think it's offensive for a Japanese actor to play one in makeup. Also, the Ishbalans are based on the Ainu, who are Japanese, so this guy playing him is like having a Polish guy playing a Soviet. Also, if the actor didn't wear makeup, people wouldn't complain. He didn't look like him enough. Also, god damn, there's so much to this. What about actors dyeing their hair to play characters? Not to mention that many Japanese are pretty orangey tan, so complaining about him being too light-skinned is kind of racist. Alright, let's see. Has Dr. Pepper changed at all since you were a child? To me, it has the same great taste, thankfully. Dr. Pepper is like the one soda that hasn't gotten, like, weird, like back when, like, the government shutdowns and shit for COVID were going down, right? Pepsi and Coke started to taste really weird to me. But Dr. Pepper still tasted good. Let's get penises on our penises. That sounds fucking gay as shit, dude. I'm so glad someone agrees with me. It's the only soda that hasn't changed at all. Yeah, exactly. On Monster Quest, stories of massive bears, one native legend says they are huge enough to swallow people without chewing, and their legs can't hold it on land for long. Maybe it's not a polar bear, but a Ninkin from the Arctic Sea? Got a bunch of prayer hands. You're saying, like, preach? Is that what you're saying? Like, because I'm right about Dr. Pepper not changing? On Fear Factor, a man had to eat a sausage casing filled with mealworms and other bugs. Oh, and other long bugs. It pulsates under a translucent membrane, like the alien lair in Contra. I was talking about sewing penises onto our penises. Still sounds kind of gay. Get the double dong. Let's just cut them off and put bacon there and said, hey, we've come full circle. We're back to bacon. We went from bacon, games and shit, to deep philosophical shit, to a bunch of dumb gay shit, to, like, fucked up hentai and shit. Actually, the hentai was before the philosophical shit. Back to bacon! So Doug TenNapel was in a debate with a liberal and he was trying to argue that women can have dongs. And trying to use bad logic, like where does it say women can't have a dong? And ignoring all the logic and reason. I assume he watched too much porno anime / manga like Angel Blade. And like a grade schooler thought it was real. Yeah, should be fine. Are you not entertained? There you go. OJ's Bizarre Adventure Team Redeye shit show just got uploaded. Yep, that's why I was doing this instead of a gaming stream, because I was uploading that. Seem like you're having a great time streaming? I mean, don't I always? I enjoy doing my streams. Otherwise, I wouldn't do them. Who'd have thunk it? Take that, determinism. Suck it. Did you know that a midget can breed with a human? It's like how you can breed a horse with an ass. Yeah? Let's do that bacon thing mentioned earlier. Let's not. Like the one you just mentioned a second ago about sewing bacon on instead of cocks. Yeah, sewing. There's a sewing needle emoji? What the fuck? I did not know that existed. All right. So yeah, we are a liter in of Dr. Pepper. So there's an account from a Mormon in the 1800s who said he met a dark, tall, hairy man who claimed to be Cain from the Bible and was forced to live forever as punishment for his sins, and now wants the downfall of a man. But tall, dark, hairy men are often associated with Sasquatch, so maybe Cain has a connection to him. On Survivor Man, Bigfoot, he interviews a man who suggests they might be like the offspring of a man and fallen angels before the flood. Also, some say they may be aliens, which are suggested to be fallen angels / demons. Connection? There you go. I use it all the time because I'm disturbed like that, or I'm disturbed like everyone in the chat. Yeah, you are in your element because this chat is fucking disgusting. Always talking about the removal of things and replacing them with abnormal and definitely disapproved replacements. I mean, in a world where they say that men can be women, why can't I identify as a bacon cock? Can't breathe. Yeah? Let's see. That joke is past its due now, so I pictured that so hard just now. But did you get hard picturing it? Wink. So Soviet California is banning the sale of gas-powered cars in a few years to fight global warming. This means they can only use electric cars, and electric cars need to be charged. Yep. Constantly. And the power grid in California... Fuck. Okay. And the power grid in California is already near its limit from people using air conditioner and the burning heat. So having millions of cars constantly charging will cause more blackouts. Seems like liberals don't think their actions through. Well, that, and you know that to charge those cars, they got to use coal and other sorts of, like, fossil fuels and shit to power them. Because that electricity doesn't come from nowhere. So using electric cars really does not lessen the carbon impact at all. Because making them and charging them still puts out a shitload of carbon. And transporting all the parts puts out way more than it would to just have gas cars. That weird green dot, that glare. But if I go forward, it goes away. But if I go back, it's back. All right. Well, I think we're getting close to where I want to call it on this Redeye Raw. But it's been fun little chit-chat we've had here tonight, hasn't it? I'll wait to take a couple more chats, and then we'll probably go ahead and call it, if that's all right with you boys. My mom likes Soviet Steve in the Stephen Colbert Show as he's funny. Well, I mean, he's not funny. Even though he's in full support of evil, unholy things. But since he's funny, it's okay to spread and do evil. Well, Gacy was a clown. Yeah. I say we get nipples where our penis is and penises where our nipples are. Who's with me? Loose lips sink ships. More like broken brains love trains. Me on autismos. Yeah, there you go. Alright, well, I will give just another couple minutes. We'll go up to the even 2-hour mark, I think, at least. Because we're at 1:56:16, 17, and counting. The Eric Andre Show rules. Yeah, the Eric Andre Show is pretty good. It's pretty funny. Poop implants. Don't give Chisu ideas. 2 hours of sodomy. But yeah, it's been to get poop implants to replace nipples. Have any dreams lately? Yeah, I had a dream where I brought like a chick back to my house and we argued about politics for some reason, and then there was like a chalkboard in my living room. I'm not really sure why. That's all I remember about it, though. He gets poop implants to replace his nipples. Eric does? Oh, okay. What the fuck? But yeah, I'm gonna do the Splatterhouse 2 review soon, hopefully. I'm gonna record the audio probably next couple of days. I dreamed I met a black guy who was my older brother born January 21st, 1986, as my mom donated an egg. We went through this library or something, and one part had us by this school or big stone building with lion statues in front. I think one part was on my grandpa's farm. Finish Keko Comp. Yeah, you know what? I should do that, huh? Maybe I'll do that when I end the stream. Because, you know, I should finish it. I only have 2 episodes left. I'm halfway through. It's not like it's a particularly long show, and there's no reason for me not to finish it. I just haven't. But 1 hour of naked chicks. There you go. Although aren't the episodes like 45 minutes apiece, so it'd be like an hour and a half, maybe 2. Or they're only like 20 to 30 minute episodes, aren't they? Rob Schneider? I love Rob Schneider, dude. Rob Schneider's based as shit. I like Rob Schneider because like some of his movies are kind of stupid, but I enjoy a lot of it. Like I like The Hot Chick. Maybe that's a hot take, but I think it's a funny movie. And Rob Schneider, he speaks his fucking mind on Twitter all the time, and he is super based. He's so underrated. Yeah, he is. You've done responding to unpopular opinions video before, but have you done any overrated videos? At least not in top 10 form. I did a, it's me, Jessica, yep. No, I love The Hot Chick. But I have done, like, videos talking about things I find overrated, like, such as, like, I did 2 different versions of things I hate but everyone likes. And I did, like, a couple of different versions of things everyone hates but I like. So I did do that. Gets pepper sprayed, yeah. No, the hot chick's fun. Like, there's that scene where he's breaking down into tears. He's like, somebody's shit in the locker. falls down the bleachers. Yep. My girlfriend likes it as she can relate to it. Has she been turned into Rob Schneider before? Is that how she can relate to it? I know for sure that top 10 list has never been done for overrated stuff on your channel yet. Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely classic comedy. Oh, you're talking about Icon. Okay. But yeah, no, I like Rob Schneider. Underrated guy. Yeah, I think I'm talking about Hot Chick. Yeah, I know you are. I know you're talking about Hot Chick. Chisu was talking about Icon, though, so that's why I got confused, because he said his girlfriend can relate to it. I'm like, really? Has your girlfriend been turned into Rob Schneider before? Used to watch cartoons online to view Icon. Wow. Now you're just encouraging me to watch illegal streams of things, and that would be naughty. I would never do that. Never. I would never buy a bootleg or something like that. It's not like I have a whole series of doing that. But that would be naughty. Terry Crews is hilarious on that one. Yeah, Terry Crews in White Chicks, yeah. You know, White Chicks is actually like... I think this is intentional. I think White Chicks is kind of a remake of Some Like It Hot. You ever seen Some Like It Hot with Marilyn Monroe? Because it has basically the same plot. Like, I mean, there's a few differences, but very similar plot. And Some Like It Hot is way funnier. I love Some Like It Hot. Like, granted, I like older movies, to be fair. But, like, Some Like It Hot is about these two guys who are, like, on the run from, like, the mafia or something. And then, so they dress up as chicks and join a band. But, like, the ending, too, where Terry Crews is, like, trying to get with the one, and he's like, and I'm a man. And he's still into it. That's the same joke. That same joke is done in Some Like It Hot. Because the guy's, like, saying, no, I don't think it'll work out. And he's like, and I'm a man. And the guy's like, hey, nobody's perfect. So, I feel like it kind of was going for... Kind of like how Disturbia was kind of a remake of Rear Window. But yeah... Anyway, I'll definitely look for that. Yeah, no, I recommend it. Some Like a Hot, great movie. Marilyn Monroe, wonderful in it. I loved White Chicks. Yeah, White Chicks is fun. I do prefer Some Like It Hot, but they're very similar plots. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Have a good one. Toodles.